Okay, welcome to Glasswerk. I'm here with the Maine. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
I just want to introduce yourselves to the camera for us, or viewers, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm Pat, and I play drums in the Maine.
I'm Garrett, and I play bass.
First of all, how are you enjoying it in the UK? Is it like what do you like about the UK? Is there anything that you like particularly? Or?
It's weird this time. It's a lot different than normal. Just Warped Tour. We've never done like the festival thing over here, so it's definitely different. But I'm having a great time. It's nice to like wake up and do things all day. Usually we're like kind of sitting around waiting for things to happen because you sit around till 5 o'clock when the show starts normally. And this day or like days like this we're like working all day, so it's exciting and kind of a new thing.
That's cool. It's Sorry, I'm a bit lost. No, it's okay. Sorry. I know you've toured all over the place, like all over the world.
Yeah.
And you probably played in some pretty amazing places. I just wanted to know where your favorite country was to play in. If you've got a favorite.
Man, it's so hard. Like, honestly, I feel like within the past couple years, it's just kind of felt like one like giant like world, because like we just have
it is a giant world.
Well, yeah, but like for our band, it's a very giant world. Like we have good shows all over the place now. There's certain cities in different countries that are better than others and things like that. But in general, like we've had a great experience, like each and every place that we've played.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere particularly where just being in the country, like the sights of that country, kind of like just like blow you away? Because I know, especially like for like Western people, Far East is kind of like the places where you kind of like, wow, like this is amazing, like this is such a different.
We just played Singapore, and
beautiful.
I was amazed. Like it's like maybe one of my favorite places we've ever been. The show is great, but like just the city is like incredible, and it was a lot different than I thought. I wasn't really sure. I didn't know like what it was all about there, and it was like the cleanest, like most beautiful, like modern, but like still has like an old feel to it. It was very cool. Like that. I mean, that's something that we've recently done, but like show wise, Brazil is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're saying, it's like kind of everywhere has great shows. So.
Yeah.
How did you get when you first got together? How did you guys meet each other? Like, what was the thing that got you all together to start with?
We had played
bands.
in bands, like just like local bands for a long time, just like years and years, and the singer of that band like left, so the band just kind of ended, and we were just kind of like sitting around for a while and not really doing anything. Like we were still playing and wanting to be in a band, but and then I got a call one night at like 2 a.m. from John, and he said he wants to come and try out to be in a band with me and Garrett, and I was just like completely shocked because he hadn't ever I didn't know that he like played anything.
Mm-hmm.
He was like I knew him as like the guy who was on the baseball team.
Right, yeah.
So I was just like, what the fuck, so he came over the next day, and then we like had band practice like within the first like week, and then it just kind of like went from there.
Yeah.
Cool. You're about to release an acoustic EP. Why did you choose to go down the route of acoustic as opposed to like another like full band EP, or is it?
It was something that like we've talked about for a long time.
Years.
Yeah, like since like a couple records ago, it's kind of been talked about, and people have always asked us like that we should make one or whatnot, and then we like started collecting gear, like recording gear when we were home last, and just started putting stuff together like that, and then we ended up recording it at our manager's office like within like a week and a half, and just kind of threw it together.
It just kind of like
nothing like.
It just kind of came together at the right time, It was like something that we wanted to do, and we didn't really discuss it too much. It just kind of like we should like. It just made sense to do it now, and I guess it just hadn't really made sense before.
Yeah, it was definitely like a not no pressure kind of thing, and just whatever songs we're kind of sitting around, let's just record it and see what happens.
You've been through quite a few different sort of size labels while you've been together. Like you've been from everything from independent all the way up and around, and even self-releasing stuff. I just want to know whether what do you find the easiest environment to work in? Which was the one that you felt like that was the one that you really got on the best in?
What? That was nuts. Independent has been great for us.
I wouldn't
so
call
far.
it the easiest, but
No,
it's definitely
easiest.
like the one that works for us right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess artistically it makes things the easiest as far as like we can record whatever album that we want, and we're the only people that have to like be okay with it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think if we wanted to be on a label right now, we probably would be. But it's been working out so far. We're still allowed to do this, so we're pumped.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
putting out records. So.
Yeah. And the thing is like now at this point, we've put out just as many records on our own as we have on record labels. So, we feel like we kind of have a good handle on how we want to go about things.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of bands who get to that point where they get to major label, and then because the label gets so involved in the creative process, then they kind of go, I don't want to be part of this anymore. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you kind of like? Did you struggle with that aspect of it, or is that something you just took in your stride and
exactly.
went, okay?
I mean, that's exactly what happened.
we just took it into our own hands. I mean, we when we were still on the label, we recorded a record without them knowing, paid for it ourselves, and then put a record on their desk and was like this is our album, and
then they said no, and we said fuck you,
and then we fought for a long time to get off and to be able to get that record heard, and we were able to do that, and we just haven't really looked back since.
All right. As well as doing acoustic albums and things, you've released 2 books as well, as I read.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about why you decided to do that? Like, what was the sort of like the what's the right word? Sorry, I'm out of words today.
Yeah.
Incentive. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's for our we did one after we did Warped Tour for the first time, or the first whole year, and we just had our buddy Dirk came out who has taken like pretty much every photo of us. And we just had him come out and just take some photos, and there were some really cool ones. So we were like, hey, we should do something with these that isn't like the typical just post them on the internet. And we wrote journals every day, and it was kind of thrown together like that. And then the second one we did was like pretty much every photo since the beginning of our band. And so it was kind of just like traveling in the years. Every tour we've done, he comes out and we'll be out for a while.
The second one had some poetry in it as well, didn't it?
That was a different thing that John did on his own. That wasn't a part of the band, but with Dirk and
I think it's just like someone who likes our band. It's kind of a cool way to like see the behind the scenes kind of thing, like us on the bus or us like fucking doing whatever, what I mean? So
and we like, I guess we try to like think of everything in like a perspective of what we want from bands that we enjoy, and,
absolutely.
And you see like really huge bands, like the Stones, like put out books and things like that, but you like don't see too much of it in like other bands. So yeah, we just think of what we'd want from a band, and we kind of do that.
Did you find the journalistic aspect, like the journal side of it, did you find that therapeutic in a way? Like after you got all back from tour, you could sort of like digest it and go, oh wow, like we did all this awesome stuff. Like
it's one of those things that's like we're kind of like living it now still, you know what I mean? Like tour's just kind of been like a mush. Like you forget like a whole year. Like it's just like it just kind of felt like one big thing. And I'm sure like in 5 years or whatever, when we look back on it, it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, you'll get
like, oh shit, like I totally forgot that happened. And there's a few moments of it, but I think in a little bit it's gonna be really cool.
And what about the response to that? Like, what was it well received? Like, did people really jump on it and go, "Wow, I really know"?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think people like really love it and think it. I guess it's it's stuff that they don't get to see every day. So I think a lot of people have like a really strong connection with it.
Absolutely. You released a Christmas EP previously, and Christmas is something that I absolutely love. I love Christmas, so anything Christmas related is cool. Have you got any plans to do another one, like anything else sort of festive, or I mean?
Not as far as like an EP or anything. Just we're putting out this new acoustic EP like on December 10th. So like that's kind of like all the new music that's gonna be out for a second.
Seasonal wise, yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like Christmas is like the go-to, but I don't know. Who knows? we have no plans for it right now.
There's the carrot on the stick that you're dangling. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
You won a couple of awards back in 2010 through AP, and I just wanted to know whether I don't mean it's going to come off bad, but do they matter to you? Like, I mean, it'd be awesome to get a award, but is that what you sort of strive for? Like, is that the kind of thing you want to be recognised? Or?
I mean, you definitely don't think stuff like that's going to happen. You know, like, it was cool. It was cooler for us that fans voted on it. So we, that part of it was really awesome. That people were supporting us.
Yeah.
But it's not like I have a plaque on my wall or something or the page cut out or something.
Yeah, I mean, and it isn't like that's like we're not in a band to get awards.
We're not in a band to get any glory. We just like making music.
But that's got to be a bit of a confidence boost as well, though, being like, oh, these guys are really
Oh yeah, it's cool.
If you weren't in a band, if you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing instead?
I have no fucking clue.
Still playing in a band in a garage somewhere? Probably?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, we've been doing this so long that we
were on our first bands when we were 12. You know what I mean? So
we'd find a way to make it work.
What was your best moment being in the band so far? Have you got like a moment where you kind of go like that is why I've done this. This is why I've toiled for so long to be in a band.
I mean, we've definitely said that, but it's just one of the, the whole thing, man. Like, it's awesome. We're fucking the luckiest people ever to be able to do this. Every day, it's like, shit, man. Like, I'm in London right now. Like, I've been to London 10 times, or close to 10 times. Like, none of my friends, no one I know has been able to do that. Go to the Philippines, go to Australia multiple times. Like, it's awesome. It's really cool, and it's all a reward.
It seems like just like every time that we say like holy shit, like that is like it, and then the next thing happens, and then it's also just like now it's kind of become like holy shit, like we've been a band for so long now, and like we've been able to continue to do it, and it's still like feels fresh and fun, and so we're like kind of going into this whole different like part of being in a band where like you have 4 albums out, and it kind of becomes a different thing at that point, So just the fact that we're still here, that we're a band is like incredible. That it ever happened, and that it's happening, it's continuing to happen. Us being able to play for people, it's so cool, man.
It's awesome. One last question for you guys before I let you get on. What's your favourite thing been about Warped Tour, whether it's been UK or America, whichever?
I don't know. We like to work. You know what I mean? Like that's something we like. A lot of people are like bummed about doing things all day. That's like we're like pumped on that. It's like like walking the line, selling CDs, and signing autographs, doing interviews, playing the show. Like it's all fun. Yeah. Like it's a different type of tour where we normally don't get to do. So
it's kind of like I think the feeling at the end of the day is like you like feel like
you did something.
You like did something, like you like made an impact on your band, or like on other people, and you like
worked hard.
You put in the work, and then you're done for the day, which like on a regular tour, sometimes it can feel like, all right, we have nothing to do for like 8 hours, so it's pretty fun.
It's cool. I saw people walking the line before with the placard was saying the Maine
Yeah,
stage
yeah.
signs and things.
That was us.
That was us. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate the interview.
Yeah,
It's really
awesome,
great meeting you
man.
guys. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers, man.
Manipulated daydreams. We've got champagne taste, but not enough.